Hey, what's up guys, Shuckle King here, bringing you my semifinals game for Eon World Trophy Season 2, and we are facing off against Pocket Sparrows, coach of the New England Evolutions. I like that team name. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like the video if you enjoy the content I'm putting out, and consider giving a subscription. I definitely appreciate the support everyone's been giving me this season, and all my other Wi-Fi leagues that I'm in. So yeah, it's kind of a crazy time for me with Wi-Fi because I've been in 3 playoffs that are all happening at the same time. So it's been tough to put a lot of thought into these games. I definitely have been, but it's definitely been tough, especially because I have not been slowed down with work because of COVID. I'm very busy because of COVID, but that's okay. I feel like I put a decent amount of time in this team, and I feel pretty confident about it. Facing off against Pocket Sparrows, he was the 6th seed going into the playoffs, and he beat the 3rd seed automatic. So that's definitely a big accomplishment for him. And honestly, out of the 5 playoff teams, I was most afraid of facing Pocket Sparrows. One reason being is the only loss I've had this season was against him. But another thing is, like, at the very beginning, like during the draft his was my favorite team. He has a lot of really cool Pokemon combinations, so it's very hard to prepare for. But I feel like this combination of mons I have here should be pretty successful, but we'll see. It's definitely a change compared to the team that I brought in week 5. I've brought 3 out of the 6 mons, with different sets, obviously, but we only have 10 Pokemon total on our team, so that means between this team and the last team I brought 9 out of the 10 mons against him, so definitely a lot of variability there, but hopefully it works to my success. So his team from most threatening is Excadrill. Like my defensive core that I think I've brought close to every single game, with being my first 3 picks of, like, you could call it a stalled team, more like a balanced, probably closer, maybe even semi-stalled, but I think it's closer to like a balanced team that I have is Aegislash, Clefable, rotom-wash. It's definitely not stalled, but more balanced than usual Wi-Fi leagues that are usually more offensive. So Aegislash, Clefable, rotom-wash, Excadrill beats all 3. Earthquake, obviously, for the Aegislash, now it speeds. Clefable has Iron Head, and rotom-wash, it has Mold Breaker, Earthquake. So, and it's also faster, unless I'm on Choice Scarf. But he also has the option of being in Sand, though if he is Sand Rush or Sand Force, then he doesn't hit my Rotom, so that's fine. But I highly expect him to be Mold Breaker to hit my Rotom-wash this game. Makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I basically lose Excadrill. Like, my answer would be Appleton, I suppose. It could get Poison Jab, so that even does decent damage to me. And my last game I brought Flame Orb Sigalith and outsped, which was cool, but definitely a niche, and he didn't stay in it on that, mainly because I could have Heat Wave, and that would do also decent damage. I also brought Scarf Barbaracle, assuming he'd be not Scarfed or Sand Rush Excadrill, and that was okay, but I don't think it's that reliable in this game. He has a lot of mons that could take advantage of that, primarily like the Hitmontop. I can't really beat that, so it's tough for me to bring Barbaracle in this matchup, even like Shell Smash. At least White Orb wouldn't be that great, just because, again, Hitmontop is Intimidate. And I expect he'll bring physically defensive Hitmontop in this game. But yeah, anyway, Excadrill, most threatening mon. Corsola, Galarian Corsola. I don't have a Dark type on this team, and I mean, usually all good teams, you have to have a Dark type, which I don't necessarily agree with really anything being necessary on a team outside of, like, Stealth Rocks, but it's definitely nice to have the Dark type, especially because I'm facing off both, like, the 3rd most threatening one, which is Gothitelle, and Corsola. It would have been nice to have a good Dark type. But yeah, Corsola could take advantage even of my Aegislash. It can live 2 Shadow Claws after Rocks, which is just crazy, and shows how bulky the Corsola is. And then it could Strength Sap back up to full HP or Will-O-Wisp me. And with Aegislash, I have to watch out because King's Shield won't block Will-O-Wisp, so I would get burned. So that's kind of unfortunate there. And I don't really have the greatest ways to hit it super effectively on this team. So Gothitelle traps my Clefable, unless if Teleport, and traps my Appleton, and Snorlax, which both could kind of be answers to Excadrill, like if Snorlax is physically defensive, and if Appleton is physically defensive, they both can take on Excadrill, okay? Well, Gothitelle can trap them, and then Excadrill to come in and do very well later on. Can also handle my Rhydon, which can take Excadrill hits if it needs to. Golisopod, really only rotom-wash takes on water plus bug on this team. Golisopod's a pretty decent mon for the price it was in this league, just because it is a water type that has bug stab to hit grass types that usually can switch into water types. So, but I do need rotom-wash to take on the Excadrill, so it's going to be tough for me to like balance when I'm going to be using the Rotom to check the Golisopod versus checking the Excadrill. Manectric is pretty problematic in this game. Rhydon shuts it down. Snorlax too. If I don't have Rhydon, then it just Volt Switches for free. Appleton can take it on pretty well, but if it's like toxic, it would be annoying. And again, I probably want Appleton to take on the Excadrill, and I don't want my answers to it weakened. So Manectric is a pretty decent one in that regard. If it rains up, then he could run Thunder, which would definitely be problematic if I don't have Rhydon. Ludicolo, by the way, with Rain, definitely could be Rain with Golisopod with water boosted Aqua Jets or Liquidations. Ludicolo can set up Rain, and unless I have Snorlax, can hit my team very hard with special attacking moves. Noivern, I don't really expect these last three to come as much. Noivern, I do have Clefable Aegislash to take it on, but if you want something to outspeed my Cinccino, then I think the Noivern makes more sense than the Ribombee. Because I have Aegislash, and Ribombee like basically gets hard countered by Aegislash. At least Noivern has a Flamethrower to hit the Aegislash. And the last mon, Ribombee could have webs, but I'm not too worried about that. My team is pretty bulky. And the last Pokemon is Tyranitar. It's really not that threatening, kind of surprisingly. I do have Clefable, Rotom-wash, Acelgor, Barbaracle, Cinccino, can outspeed and kill with Bullet Seed, so I'm actually not that worried about T-Tar, but it could come, I guess, just because it's a high tier mon. So the game plan in this team, is to handle the Excadrill, handle the Corsola. I didn't handle the Corsola as well in my my first game. I really didn't have any status. The only status I had was Sigilus Flame Orb, and it's only getting burn damage on it. And Toxic from a Scarf Barbaracles, and I was probably not going to be clicking that for the most part. So hopefully I can get a little bit of chip damage. I can also knock off the Corsola Eviolite. That would also make it a lot easier for my Aegislash to maybe do a lot of damage in this game. As you can see here, I am breaking it. So figure out answers for the Excadrill and Corsola, and I figured my my top three ones that I've always brought, Aegislash, Clefable, Rotom-wash, look really good in this game, so I'm going to be bringing all three. And the first one being Aegislash on an air balloon with, I can pull up the EVs, so it's, nope, that's week 5, so it's 252 HP, 148 defense, Impish Nature with 108 attack. So the purpose of this spread, I can take on the Excadrill kinda with having Air Balloon. If they go for Earthquake, I'm going to be immune to it. If they go for a Poison Jab, predicting the Appleton to be my switch in, then I'm immune to it. And I also live a Rock Slide plus a Iron Head. Or a Rock Slide or an Iron Head, if that's like their coverage move. If I switch my Aegislash and they go for a Rock Slide and then go for an Earthquake, I can live the hit if they're Jolly. It's kind of tough. If they're Adamant and there's no rocks on the field, then I have a chance to live a Rock Slide plus Earthquake. Or if they're Jolly with rocks up on the field, I can live a Rock Slide or Iron Head plus an Earthquake. And then I kill in return with Close Combat. With my attack investment, it does 105% to no HP. Excadrill, they'll probably run some HP just because they don't need a lot of speed. They might want to run a lot of speed to outspeed my Rotom-wash. That's why I'm expecting them to be Jolly, and probably not much HP. But they'll be a little bit, at least. So I like the matchup that Aegislash provides. Shadow Claw, unfortunately, has a chance to not 2-hit KO to Corsola. I believe it's a 30% chance to 2-hit KO after rocks and after poison damage. As you can see here, I'll have a couple mons that have toxic or poison coverage to hit the Corsola. So it's not great odds, but it's odds. And Shadow Claw has a high chance to crit, so that's definitely a circumstance that could come up in this game. So yeah, I think this Ageless can do work. I'm slow, so Tyranitar's going to outspeed, which is annoying. I also do at the Gothitelle pretty well. Next Pokemon is Clefable, holding Leftovers with max HP, 196 defense, bold nature, so boosting defense, and 60 speed def. So this spread is really all the special defense that I really feel like I need in this game. And the rest is into a physical defense. The physical defense is there to take 2 adamant stone edges from Tyranitar. If they're adamant, if they're like Life Orb, I don't take 2. Which would be unfortunate, but at least they're Life Orb. I can get a couple hits off and then revenge kill fairly easily with this team. I also take 2 non-banded Golisopod hits. If they're Life Orb, I should live, but banded would be problematic. But if they're banded, I could switch into Appleton or Rotom, depending on the move they go for, and she'll be okay at that point. I also live 2 timid Life Orb Thunderbolt from Manectric, which is great. It could be Thunder, because I was saying they have Rain, which would be unfortunate, but I would kind of doubt it, and Appleton can also be an answer to a Manectric if it has to be. So my moves on this set are Soft Boil, Role Play, Moonblast, and Toxic. I was trying to hide that. So Toxic is there to hit the Corsola, to hit the Gothitelle. I would get trapped by the Gothitelle, so I can't run Soft Boiled plus Teleport. They're not compatible with the Clefable. So last game I brought Wish, Protect, and Teleport with only 1 coverage move, Moonblast, and I wasn't able to hit the Corsola, and I thought that was pretty problematic. I could be knockoff somewhere on the set as well, and I would at least somewhat neuter the Corsola, but I figured with Roleplay can copy. It basically removes my Magic Guard and copies Gothitelle's ability. So if Gothitelle comes in and tries to trap me, I can go for the Roleplay, and then I get Shadow Tag as well, and a Shadow Tagmon can trap another Shadow Tag Pokemon. So at that point, I could switch out or Soft Boil and be in somewhat of an okay position. Moonblast for general damage, mainly to hit the Noivern, which could be pretty problematic otherwise. And I mentioned what it's going to hit Toxic for. Also would be nice to hit the Hitmontop. Because Hitmontop probably is going to be pretty annoying for me to deal with. I do have Aegislash to take it on, but if my Air Balloon is popped, then Hitmontop can go for Earthquakes. My next Pokemon I have is the Acelgor with Charty Berry. So my EVs are a little bit weird. It's 20 HP, 252 defense, 232 special attack, modest nature, and 4 speed. With Toxic Spikes, Bug Buzz, Focus Blast, U-Turn. So the 4 speed allows me to outspeed Manectric that's speed creeping Sigilyph, which I figured it's all the speed that the Manectric would be. There's a chance that he could be Choice Scarfed, so I wouldn't be outspeeding that anyway, unless I get the Charty Berry off. Charty Berry with Unburden, which will double my speed, which would allow me to outspeed a Escadrille and Sand if he goes for the Rock Slide to try to kill me. Because I do take Earthquakes, at least okay. And I figured they'll probably be Rock Slide to hit the Sigilyph. Though Iron Head would also be doing decent damage, I feel like Rock Slide probably makes sense on the Escadrille. This set also allows me to take an Adamant Tyranitar Stone Edge, believe it or not, and I also live after Sand. So this is going to be my lead and try to get Toxic Spikes up. It's a debate between getting 1 or 2 layers up. If I get 2 layers up, then the Corsola is not going to be a problem whatsoever, and would be nice for the Hitmontop to put it on a faster timer, but I think I'm going to try to get 1 layer up would be the goal. His removal options are Excadrill, which I do have Aegislash, and I can pretty aggressively go into Aegislash to block the Rapid Spin because I do have the Air Balloon. Noivern has Defog, potentially. Ribombee too, but I wouldn't expect Defog Ribombee. Noivern has Defog, which it gives me a free switch in the Clefable to get a Moonblast or a Toxic off. And Hitmontop has removal, but Aegislash is definitely a safe switch into that. So I like the option of getting a Toxic Spike up and getting a lot of damage on, residual damage on Mons. Bug Buzz, First Stab, and Focus Blast can kill the Tyranitar and do a lot of damage to the Excadrill. So hopefully this weird set can work out. X, I have Appleton with Shed Shell, so I won't get trapped by the Gothitelle. This is max HP, max defense, and 4 in speed def with Recover, Body Press, Leech Seed, and Dragapult. or Dragon Pulse. I don't have Dragapult on this team, unfortunately. I have it on like every other team that I have in a Gen 8. But yeah, the Appleton is here for the Escadrille. Another answer. So I have Aegislash, I have rotom-wash, and I have Appleton for it, just because it's so threatening. Gothitelle won't be able to trap me, which is great. Body Press does the most damage to Excadrill. I don't kill. I definitely 2 a KO, though, which is great. Leech Seed to get some residual damage and residual recovery because I don't have leftovers. And I do have Recover to gain HP. And Dragon Pulse is there to hit the Noivern and maybe like the Ludicolo. The Body Press is going to be doing more damage to that. It would also hit the Gliscopod for okay damage. Yeah, really only here for the Excadrill. Next Pokemon I have is Choice Scarf Cincino. There is a chance that I want to add speed, like a bulkier Escadrill in Sand, but again, I really think they're going to be Mold Breaker. But the EVs are 252 attack, 28 defense, and 228 speed with Jolly Nature. The defense actually allows me to take 1 Earthquake from Jolly Escadrill with no rocks up. I mean, that just shows how frail Cincino is, but at least I live 1 Earthquake and, yeah, no rocks up. Yeah, so Cincino is really frail, but I can go for Aqua Tail, which would do, I believe, like 60 to 70%, depending on their bulk investment. So that's definitely damage I would take. I can also U-turn and go into Aegislash or Appleton, depending on the circumstance. Knock off to maybe get rid of a Gothitelle or Corsola items. And Tail Slap will hit a lot of Montard outside of the Corsola and the Tyranitar, but I can U-turn or Aqua Tail on it, depending on the circumstance in the game. But yeah, this allowed speed like Scarf Manectric, and that would really be only a realistic Scarfer. There could be Scarf Noivern, but I think that doesn't really make sense in this game. They brought Specs last game, but I feel like the ability to switch up moves makes more sense on the Noivern if they do bring it. And the last Pokemon I have is Rotom with Shucca Berry, again, just because it could be Mold Breaker Escadrill, so that means they would ignore my Levitate ability. So I do have Shucca Berry, and I would take about 50% from Earthquake. And then I can kill in return or do a lot of damage in return with a Hydro Pump, depending on how much bulk they have. They could be like Assault Vest, or they could be Pasho Berry. They brought, I believe they brought Lumberry last time. He said he brought Lumberry in this. Pocket Sparrows also sent me his team because he doesn't do team builders at this point, but he sent me a Pokepaste of his team, which is cool. Oh, wait, but Gliscopod definitely had close combat, so maybe it's a older version of the team that he sent me. It's close enough. So Rotom has Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Nasty Plot, Plane Split. I have Nasty Plot just to maybe break his team and do a lot of damage to the Corsola. I could have Toxic, and maybe thinking about it, Toxic could make sense here, but if I have Toxic spikes up, I do expect I should be able to keep him up pretty much the entire game. And a Nasty Plot could do decent damage to his team, like to a Hitmontop, and Pain Split for general recovery. So that's my team. We'll see how well this goes. Definitely a longer team analysis, so my bad on that part. But this is playoffs, so pretty important games. So let's get right into this. Oh boy. All right, here we are for the game. Oh man, this is gonna be annoying, and I'm kind of debating about putting Swords Dance over King Shield and Aegislash in case if Gothitelle has Cosmic Power. I don't have a ton for it if it's Cosmic Power or Rest, because I don't have a Dark type, but I can always crit with Shadow Claw, I guess. So yeah, I expect Escadrill, Corsola, Gothitelle, Gliscopod, Manectric, Ludicolo were the top 6. Hitmontop definitely for potential hazard removal if he doesn't want to do an Excadrill. Maybe Noivern, maybe Rabombi, maybe Titor. I think all 10 Mons have a realistic chance of coming. He has very good Mons, and his lower tier Mons I feel like match up pretty well in this game. So definitely scary, but we're going to go into this battle, and hopefully we can go for the best. Okay. The Corsola's there, of course. All right, Excadrill, no Titor, Gothitelle, Corsola, Noivern, Hitmontop, no Manectric, which is great. Gliscopod. Okay. Yeah, no Titor. I think I set up Toxic Spikes here. No Rabombi, no Ludicolo. That'd be nice for special attacking presence, and no Manectric. Yeah, so I feel pretty fine setting up a Toxic Spike turn 1 with a Selgor. And hopefully they pressure his team. And then win the game with basically a lot of the bulk I have, plus checking his offensive mons, plus just Choice Course and Sino picking up kills. Noivern could be scarfed. I think I doubt it though. I imagine maybe like a bulkier set with a defog. That would definitely be annoying. But at least Clefable gets a free switch in, but then that's a free switch in to the Excadrill. So it's not great. Maybe Fire Blast should have been an option on this, but I have to have something for the Gothitelle, and there's no way that they don't bring it. There's also a chance that the Excadrill leads, and that would be awesome. I think I go for Focus Blast turn 1 and hope I hit. Alright, let me get a Selgor ready here. Corsola could also be a lead, which would be great. They could get Stealth Rocks up, but I get T-Spikes up. And then I would probably switch. Alright, Nightwing is a Noivern. Okay. That's definitely annoying. Especially because I don't outspeed. Frisk. He frisks a Charty Okay. So Noivern with Frisk. Yeah, okay. Actually, I can't stay in on this. He might U-turn. Might be afraid of the final Gambit if he's really wants to keep the keep his Noivern. And then I could get a Toxic on the Corsola if he's predicting me to go for Final Gambit or something. Otherwise, I can't touch the Noivern. So yeah, I guess it's a good play. He also could be Taunt. Taunt. I don't know. Taunt Clefable wouldn't make sense. Alright, they're going to switch out. Are they going to go into Corsola? Okay. Yeah, predicting the Final Gambit, I guess. So I'm definitely okay with this. So I think I go for Toxic here. Stealth Rocks are definitely a play, but like they could get up Stealth Rocks here, which I'm definitely okay with. Excadrill is also a fine play. Okay, great. I get this Toxic. Okay. Toxic on Corsola. Yeah, I will definitely take this. And I get Stealth Rocks up. That's fine. Will-O-Wisp could come off here, so yeah. Now I'm gonna switch and go into my Selgor. Excadrill I think is definitely a play, and I can go for a Focus Blast here, unless if they're scarfed, like they're not gonna outspeed me with Excadrill, and Rock Slide shouldn't be killing. Okay. I mean, well, now they know I'm Charty Berry, so Gothitelle is out. Okay, this is pretty good for me. Bug Buzz is obviously the play for me. What's a switch in? Excadrill. I stay in Toxic Spike. I can pressure the Gothitelle coming out later to hit on top and the Golisopod. There's no way they have to keep this Gothitelle. Because I'd be doing so much damage with Bug Buzz right now. Okay, yeah, this is definitely good. This is definitely a good start. I'm very happy with this. Clover, Golisopod's out. Toxic Spike. Bug Buzz won't be... Golisopod. Bug Buzz, if they are not HP invested, will probably... activate, but if they're not, then it won't. Liquidation does so much damage to me. Yeah, this is definitely a tough spot here. Clefable takes hits good enough. I'm gonna go into it, and especially because I'm not affected by rocks. My Selgor is a weekend, and I did have Recover on this set. I think over Bug Buzz. Which wasn't a play. I definitely want Bug Buzz to be doing damage. First impression? Okay, great. 202. Let me get my calculator. Okay, Life Orb. 147, so that did 55 damage. Okay, so Golisopod. First impression. Life Orb. Okay, adamant, max attack adamant. I could Moonblast here. That seems fine. Excadrill could come out. But I think I'm okay with this. I'm pretty sure I would outspeed. Okay. I can gauge the damage. Oh, just short. Iron Head's gonna do a lot. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a lot. But at least it forces him out. And I should be able to recover on the Corsola. But Clefable is basically down, which is not great. The only way I can bring it in is the... getting a free switch in. And the right now the Rapid Spin is also very obvious because they'd be able to kill me here. So I'm going to make the play into Aegislash and prevent him from going for a Rapid Spin. Very aggressive, but I think it's the play to make here. Poison Jab or Iron Head could be a play too. Rapid Spin, great. I block it. Awesome. Now they're in a tough spot, especially because I have Air Balloon. And I think I'm... I could go for the Shadow Claw, predicting the Corsola to come in. He doesn't have great switch-ins to that. Close Combat just kills the Excadrill, and that's, like, pretty big. But, I think I go for the Shadow Claw. I have two answers to Excadrill in addition to this. Okay, great, they switch out. Corsola, oh, awesome. Okay, this battle's going basically perfect for me. And I can get the damage on this if it's physically or specially defensive. Is that a crit? Yeah, it's a crit. Definitely unfortunate there. But I think I kill with 2 anyway. And Shadow Claw does have an increased critical hit ratio. That does stink though. Definitely can't lie about that. And now now Pocket's in a pretty tough spot here. Let him switch out. Okay. Does he go into Excadrill? Hitmontop. Okay. Gets the poison off on it. Aegislash Blade. Intimidate from Hitmontop. I'm doing like 20%. So it looks like it's max defensive. So I'm going to stay in King Shield. Yeah, I'm definitely liking the position I'm in right now. Let's see what the switch-in is. Golisopod, huh. Okay. I'm definitely okay with this. I guess they're afraid of me going for the Sucker Punch, but I could have also gone for Shadow Sneak and avoided the Sucker Punch, because I imagine I'm faster. I think I King Shield here and then Shadow Sneak, because I do add speed this Golisopod. And I believe I would kill on the following turn. Maybe I don't kill. Let's see. Close combat. Huh, interesting. Does it get the -1 attack? Okay. Yeah. That's close in range. Why is I thought Shadow Sneak would be doing a lot more. I guess Golisopod has a lot of physical defense, that's why. Oh, you know what? Let me get my cheat code and see the HP percentages. All right, it's a 20%. I'm going to take a little bit of time on this play. Clefable, I think they're a lot of HP. So I'm going to switch out and go into my Rotom. Because they could go for Aqua Jet here and break my balloon, and I don't think I want to give him my balloon just yet. Liquidation comes off. Okay. They made the read. 138, so 23 damage. It doesn't really matter. It's going to die here. Okay, so Golisopod is down, and I definitely like the position that I'm in. Yeah, Crow is definitely unfortunate on the Corsola. I took KO'd, but obviously, like, he could have played around and maybe gotten a strength sap on something later on in the game, like maybe on this Rotom. So it's kind of unfortunate that I got the crit there. It is a high critical hit ratio move, so obviously I'll take it, but definitely unfortunate for Pocket Sparrow. And I feel like I'm in a very good position. Him on top is poison at like at half. Noivern's healthy. Corsola is about dead. Gothitelle can still win the game. Excadrill can still win the game, but I have all my checks in place for Excadrill. So it's really the Gothitelle is the annoyance here. And my Aegislash is super important to make sure I deal with the Gothitelle. Go for a Shadow Claws every time. Unless like the only way he kills would be like a Specs, Shadow Ball, or Dark Pulse flinch, and then my Cincino comes in. I believe my Cincino should outspeed the entire team. Alright, Mold Breaker comes out. I go for the Hydro Pump here. If I miss, I have the Aegislash anyway to close combat. But Rotom. Rapid Spin is also a play here. But I think I will be fine with going for the kill. Because I do live one Earthquake. Rock Slide? Okay. And he misses. Ah, that stinks. That really stinks. And I hit a Hydro Pump. Ah, man, I feel really bad. Sorry, Pocket. He probably lives this hit. Yeah, he's bulky. 70%. Max HP. No, he's Assault Vest. Now I make the play into Aegislash. Because he's going to go for the Earthquake here. Or the Rapid Spin to set up for the Gothitelle. There's no way he makes the Rock Slide play again. I mean, unless if he's on the back foot. Even if he goes for the Rock Slide here, he could go that to get the flinch, but that doesn't seem worth. I have Appleton that's still healthy, so I don't think I'm that worried about it. Let's see. Goes for the Iron Head. Okay, he makes the play. Not Life Orb, Aegislash. I didn't get the damage that he did there, but Earthquake should be killing. Yeah, I mean, this is too important for the Gothitelle, so I have to save this and go into the Appleton. Does he make the Corsola play? Hitmontop. Okay. The Hitmontop, I'm sure, is Earthquake. I wonder why he switched out. Shadow Sneak had a chance to kill. So maybe that was the reasoning. This is Poison, which I will definitely take. I think I go into... I could leave this in. The problem is that the Corsola could heal up on me, which would be unfortunate. So I guess the play is close combat here, and Rotom should take hits. Earthquake could be a play, but I can't risk the. This is a tough turn. I could also just stay in, and what is the Appleton doing to this Hitmontop? Hitmontop, I do like 30%. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in and Dragon Pulse. I have 5 minutes left on the timer, so I just have to watch out for that. He has 6 minutes. He could go for the spin here. Goes for the toxic. Okay. Oh my gosh. That is unbelievable. I feel so bad. Yeah, that really stinks. Yeah, there's not much to say there. Yeah, I just got pretty fortunate there. Rapid spin is definitely an option. I think I just go for the kill here. The Gothitelle comes in and is annoying. Okay, Endeavor. That's cool. And Dragon Pulse should be picking up this kill. Yep, okay. So my Appleton is weakened, the Hitmontop is down. The Gothitelle is going to come in, and it's a question on what I'm going to do. I think the answer is to go into... Cinccino is honestly not a bad play if they go into Gothitelle. But Psychic could be a play. I think Aegislash is the answer if the Gothitelle comes out here. And I think it has to come out. I think Cinccino is still pretty important to make sure I kill the Noivern, because Noivern can be a little problematic at this point. I could also go into my Aselgor and sack it off. Nightwing comes out. Huh. Okay. So I stay in and I'm going to Dragon Pulse. I didn't think this would come out. I'm pretty sure I live a U-turn as well. Appleton is bulky. Let's see, 51. Yeah, it's 36 damage. Noivern U-turn does 36 damage. Yeah, no attack investment. Probably minus attack. Corsola comes out and sacks it. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna die to poison. Curse body. Okay. I wonder what this Gothitelle is. Maybe he's trying to sack everything off to, like, in case that there's like a phasing mon or a roar. I mean, I'm still super scared of this Gothitelle because it can do anything, but at least I have a poison up on it. That's definitely clutch. Yeah, this is definitely a tough play here if they go for the Cosmic Power. Aegislash. Shield. Gothitelle. Level 50. Shadow Ball. Would probably 2-hit KO my my Aegislash. There's a chance it doesn't. Yeah, I think I swap out. I can't let it go for Calm Minds or Cosmic Powers, and getting Elite Seed is like just wasting a turn of it setting up on me. So let's see what it goes for. I'm at 113 and goes for Dark Pulse. Okay. 113 down to 43, so that's 70 damage. 70 damage. Aegislash. Gothitelle. Dark Pulse, 70 damage. Looks like modest max special attack. Could be Choice Scarfed. I think I just King Shield here to stall some poison damage. Okay. I think they're scarfed. So I think a play is to sack off the Appleton here. because I can switch up because I'm a ghost type, so Shadow Tag doesn't affect me. So, Appleton, you did your work, I guess. You got lucky and dodged hits. Dark Pulse again. Okay. I won't outspeed with my Selgor, so I have to go Cincino. Clefable could get flinched, though I do live a hit. Cincino does... I mean, I switch out, I believe. Yeah, I go for U-turn. Play it as safe as possible. U-turn won't kill. And Tail Slap might kill, but if I miss, that'd be pretty unfortunate. And Tail Slap does slightly more than Knockoff, especially because I could get a critical hit on specific hits in the Tail Slap. Okay, so that looks like a decent amount of HP. What is a Selgor doing in this game? I still outspeed the Excadrill, but I don't kill. So I think Selgor is the least useful member at this point. So yeah, this is gonna die. Oh, okay, you're not Choice Scarfed. Interesting. Do I live? Okay, I don't live. Go into, I could go into Aegislash, and then that would, what is the HP of Noivern? Shadow Sneak would put it in, probably in range of Tail Slap killing. I think the Cincino play is just the safest. I got definitely fortunate in this game, so I want to make sure at least I win. And Knockoff kills, then the Noivern comes in. I'm guessing it's Specs based on the way he's been playing it. So I don't think I want to remove the item, and I have a chance to miss my other move, so I have to go for U-turn here. Okay. I think I go into Aegislash. Shadow Sneak would do a lot of damage to the Excadrill. I believe there's a chance to kill. And if the Noivern comes in, I put it in range to where Cincino would kill a Tail Slap. Again, that's relying on hitting a move to win the game, which... I mean, I've been hitting a little too many moves this game, and he's been missing too many moves, so it's like, it would make sense that it balances out that I would be missing something in this game, which definitely could be the Tail Slap. Yeah, the Toxic Miss basically gave me a sec with the Appleton, though I don't know how impactful that actually was. There were... he missed a Rock Slide on the Rotom, so I believe... Oh, I think I'm in... I don't die to an Earthquake, but I think I would have otherwise. So I'm gonna King Shield here. If he's Trick, that would be unfortunate. So I think I just go for the Shadow Sneak, just in case he's Switcheroo. So I think Switcheroo goes past the King Shield. So that would definitely be something I don't want. And I can gauge the damage with this Shadow Sneak damage on Noivern. I am doing... Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, another crit. That is... Man, I really don't want this to happen like this. That just stinks. Shadow Sneak. Yeah, it looks like they're not much bulk. would it crit? They're at like 65% HP right now. Cincino kills with tail slap. Air slash doesn't kill me, right? Rotom might also be my play here, and I Volt Switch. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm gonna go Cincino and go for tail slap. The max damage it can do is 94 if they're timid, and I think they have to be timid at speed Cincino. So unless if I miss 2 tail slaps, I think I'm in very good position. They could rapid spin with the okay, I hit. They could rapid spin with the the Excadrill here. And I think I switch out because Excadrill, like if they're max HP, I am doing 30 to 36% with knockoff, which is a little bit more than tail slap, and knockoff's 100% hit. They're at 35%, so I'd have to go for Aqua Tail here. So I sack off. Oh, my time went super low. I didn't even notice that. I'm at 30 seconds. That was definitely a good catch by me to see that, man. Thinking about a lot of moves here, especially because I got really unfortunate this game, and it really stinks that I had to come down to this. I mean, I'll definitely take it, but definitely unfortunate. And like, I've been playing pretty safe because of the hacks. So I don't think, like, if I win this game, which I feel like I'm in pretty good shape to, unless if I miss a couple water moves, then I would have played more aggressively. So, like, I don't think I would have lost the game otherwise. But yeah, it goes for rapid spin here. Doesn't get the kill. So that's actually pretty problematic. So you can go for a second rapid spin here and outspeed my my Cincino, and then I have to rely on Hydro Pump hitting. Ooh, maybe I guess that was definitely a misplay. Because Tail Slap, 2 Tail Slaps would have won the game there. But, like, if I missed 1 out of the 2, that would have been unfortunate. So I think it's a higher chance for me to, it is a higher chance for me to land 1 Hydro Pump than 2 Tail Slaps. So maybe that wasn't necessarily a bad play. Alright, going for the Hydro Pump. All comes down to this. Because I assume he kills my Cincino. Because my Cincino's super weakened. Unless he's like a really bulky and non-speedy Excadrill. And that's definitely a possibility. Because I would outspeed at +2. If he has +2 and not a lot of speed. Yeah, definitely coming down to this. Oh, man. Man, was that a misplay? I guess he really... no, he had to... He only had to go for 1 rapid spin. I had to miss 1 out of 2 tail slaps. Which is... Okay, yeah, pop the Shucka Berry. Let's see. I mean, he definitely deserves his win or a crit here. Okay, he doesn't crit. 58 damage. That's not a whole lot of damage. Do I miss? Oh, I hit. Okay, so I win. Yeah, that really stinks, man. And he went for the right play there. I went for rapid spin. That was his chance to win. And I just assumed my Clefable would have died there, gone to my Rotom, and then had a chance to kill with either Hydro Pump with my Rotom or hitting a Aqua Tail with my Cincino. But yeah, no. Rapid Spin was definitely the play there in case I did switch out, and it didn't kill the Clefable, and he definitely had a chance to win there. He probably would have won he would have won if I missed a Hydro Pump. So it's hard for me to say that was a good game. I mean, this matchup was really, really bad for me, so like I'll definitely take this result, but definitely not the way I wanted to get the finals. But regardless, I'll be getting there. Make sure you check out Pocket Sparrows side. He has some pretty good content out there, and he's putting a lot of effort out there for for the DLC. So make sure you guys support him. And also support me for a finals. We'll be facing off either Uzi or Frosted for a potential championship. So fingers crossed. But yeah, until next time, later, guys.